Welcome to Computer Science Principles. This video is going to show you the Greenfoot resources. We can access them at greenfoot.org. We will discuss what you should download to get the Greenfoot environment set up at home. So if you Google just greenfoot.org, it's going to bring up this website that I already have loaded. And we are going to look at two things. We are going to look at the software and the textbook. And actually there's one more thing that we will look at, and that's called the scenarios before we're done. The software comes in any flavor, Windows, Mac, Ubuntu. There's a pure Java, and there's a standalone version you can put on a flash drive. If you have problems installing and downloading, there are some instructions here, and there's frequently asked questions here. As a quick example, if I were to download the Windows format version, it downloads as an MSI file. And at this time, I'm going to just tell you to create a CSP Fall 2016 folder to store all of your items in for this class. CSP stands for Computer Science Principles. And inside here, I'm going to create a Greenfoot folder because this is Greenfoot. And you can see I've already downloaded the MSI file. When you double click on that MSI file, it would create the install for you. If you happen to have a Mac, we click on that. That download is going to be a zip file, and it will automatically extract for you on a Mac. If you like to run everything off of a flash drive, especially when you're working at school and such, then you could use a standalone version. Okay, I would not recommend that you create or save anything to the desktop at school because the desktop frequently gets wiped out. As you're downloading it, one of the problems that you might have when you download is it might give you a warning or tell you that the JDK is not included. And you might have to go and do that on your own. If you do, the easiest way to get to the Java JDK is Google Java JDK. And I go to the first link, which is downloads. And then if I scroll down, right here is the JDK. And so JDK stands for Java Development Kit. And that's what you need. This, I would download the most recent one. Whatever pops up first is the most recent. I would download that. You'll have to click on the Accept License and pick whatever flavor that you need for your particular machine. And again, it will probably download in a particular folder. If I do Windows, I think I'm on a Windows x64 machine here. I don't remember for sure. And if I were to click, then it would download. Okay, so that's the Java JDK. There's other resources on this website that you could look at, especially if you're going to end up taking the advanced class, which would be the AP Computer Science class down the road. Alright, going back to our Greenfoot site, if I go back to the home page, we're going to take a look at what we need to download from the textbook. The textbook that we're using should look like this. It's your Introduction to Programming, and you need to download the resources. So Greenfoot we just went to, this book scenarios you want to download. You could also download them from our course website, but I would download them to that same folder that you've set up for this class. And you can see that I've already downloaded them. Once they're downloaded, they do come as a zip file. And so once they are downloaded, you're going to want to extract them if you are on a Windows machine. If you're on a Macintosh, it should extract them for you automatically. To extract things on a Windows machine, you right-click and choose Extract All. I've already done this. You can see that the folders are there already. Now what I did though is I downloaded the folders, I extracted it, I did a right-click Extract All, and then I created one folder that I'm going to call Originals and one folder for Labs. They're exactly the same right now, but in the future I'm going to work from the Labs folder and keep the originals pristine. And I also keep that zip file there just in case I mess up the originals folder and I can re-extract it. And that's what I would recommend when you set up your file system on your computers. There are other resources here that you can take a look at. There are some tutorial videos, technical help, and the green room, that's for teachers. You can't access that. The scenario gallery is another place, but I'm going to show you how to get to it back from the home screen. And that would be to enter the Greenfoot site. And then there's this scenarios tab. And I'm not going to log in. I could log in because that gives you access to downloading and such. But these are example games and things that other people have created. And you can click on them. Some of them will actually play, but this one says it's an applet tag, so it's not running because applets are going away when we're using Java. They provide or create a and same thing here, but you're going to have to, if you download it and then you can run it, a lot of these are going to be available. Some of them are working and some of them aren't, but you can Google in here, for example, if you wanted to try to search for a Pong game, like a ping pong game, and you try to search for it on the scenario site, then it's going to come up with anything that's some type of a Pong game that somebody created. So when you get to creating your semester project, this is a good resource to remember to come back to. So we have looked at the textbook. We have looked at, and I'm trying to find that home page again. We have looked at the textbook. We have looked at the software, and we have looked at the scenarios in this video. If I went back to greenfoot.org, we looked at the software, we looked at the textbook, and then we went to the Greenfoot site and looked at the scenarios. That should get you started for getting everything set up so that you can work on your labs at home.